He's considered to be not so very loyal, so he's number 3, right? Because he's a cherry picker, he's always looking for the best deal. Yes, so when I say the best deal, then we have to be extremely competitive. Now, Pakistan consumer goods and retail is conventionally based on a distribution model, where there is a distributor and resources are being aligned with him, and each company is working independently in this manner. Obviously, this is not the most efficient way of doing distribution, because the shopkeeper even then goes out to the wholesalers and buys some of his needs from wholesalers like us. Yes, by getting into a more forward integration mode with key suppliers, we can be more competitive. And because of the width of our assortment that we offer, which is around 14,000 SKUs that we keep, right? So we are virtually taking care of everything that he is doing. So in fact, we are bringing about efficiencies. Second is the documented economy. So even yesterday you must have seen in the newspaper any retailer who's doing business above 5 million rupees has to be now registered with the RTO, right? So more and more documentation of the economy is helping us, because we are the ones who are giving our sales tax receipt and we are giving everything. So in fact, his cost is in the future also going to be reducing, and that is where, yes, good potential growth is seen. Coming back to the second part of your question, which is regarding expansion, yes, our plan is to go into the top 10 cities, and if we take only Karachi out, which is a unique phenomenon sitting right in the south there, and with a city like Hyderabad, nearly 100 kilometers. Otherwise, all the other cities are the feeding centers for our rural agri-economy, right? And yes, we are very actively looking into it, and we will be expanding in the top 10 cities, which includes cities like Multan, like Faisalabad, like Peshawar, like even Islamabad. We are not yet in Islamabad, but Pindi is a twin city. And then there are small nuggets there, here and there, which are really doing very well. For example, Sialkot, for example, Sargodha. We do tend to, in a way, forget about these places, but they are extremely per capita cash-rich areas, particularly Sialkot, particularly Sargodha. So we have to be, really go through on a micro basis rather than having a broad brush approach towards it.
Is there a singular aspect or characteristic that you can point out, a unique way in which your business has changed because of the recession, and how you will be a different organization forever than you were maybe about a year and a half ago?
Right. We have to be very service-oriented. Earlier on, it was, as I said, big volumes going in there. What has changed is that a realization has come that customer comes first. In a typical wholesale organization, it is the supplier who's coming first. You're buying something which is coming out to be very cheap, and you pass on something. But it is the other way around now. The realization has come and is being embedded in the organization that it is a customer. And when it is a customer, no doubt, even if he is a retailer, he needs a certain kind of service, a very specific service. And we have to distinguish between the different segments of customers, which is Horeca, which is hotels and restaurants, and which is even corporate clients, because everybody needs some stationery and some canteens are running. And then the retailer, and then the end consumer. And we have to gear up individually for these 4 sets of customers. And we cannot limit ourselves. There was before the crisis, there was this clear segmentation that, okay, he is a hypermarket, he is a supermarket, he is a cash and carry. And this is how people were operating. the crisis, what the crisis has done is he's taken away all these fine distinctions. And so it has put more responsibility on organization like ours to gear up and to raise the bar, the service bar in general, and then be specific as well. So that is how it has uniquely changed.
What the supplier sells is less important than what the customer really wants. Coming back to Tetra Pak, Azhar Sahab, you mentioned that the top line growth is slowing down because the milk and the juice business, the rapid rate at which it was growing at, you said about 25%. The rate of growth has come down to about 10%. On the other end, you said your input costs had either way started going up quite a lot. So, and these sort of situations can arrive in the future as well, where you're getting squeezed from both ends. So how has your business changed, or how have you restructured your business? Are you going to add more product lines, or are there other products where this sort of packaging could be utilized and you could help cultivate that? What's the way forward?
Junaid, our story, our actions in this crisis and our results are quite similar to as ICI that you mentioned earlier. We being a global company, we are present in 160 countries in the world. We are market leader there, and our company has faced this kind of crisis many times earlier, and particularly this time, this crisis came earlier in Europe and America, and the global organization was already prepared and taking action for that. And for us in Pakistan, it was earlier the supply problem, and later on it compounded by the demand problem because of the inflation and the increasing cost and profitability. In Pakistan, we saw this as an opportunity to bring major changes in the way we do business. And we pride ourselves to be customer focused, understand their needs. We always try to understand consumer need. So what we did during this crisis is to become even more agile in this area. And we try to get more intelligence on the consumer needs, what they are looking for, what are the trends. And similarly, understanding where are the opportunities, where we can work with our customers better and help them and ourselves to get those opportunities on our top line, as well as finding the opportunities for eliminating those bad costs. And there it was major communication efforts towards our customers, towards within the organization, and bringing that awareness in the whole organization that we are going through this crisis and how we can take advantage for ourselves. And there I believe that we came out quite successfully. I shared with you earlier that 2007 this decline started. 2008 was a tougher year when we had only 10% growth. But this year, with all the actions that we have taken, we see that we will be closing the year with close to 18 or maybe 20% growth. There, if you ask me specific actions, as I said, identifying the areas where we can grow. And one area was the affordability. We knew that consumers are looking for downsizing, where they have to spend less money out of pocket. And there we worked with our customers to make sure that they have the capacity available to have those kind of solutions. And we also worked on eliminating this kind of cost. For example, we worked with our customers to reduce the inventory at their places so that the interest cost and the carrying cost reduces. We also worked on cash flows like all other businesses. We also decided that this time we focus more on our top line because we do not want to lose the market share rather than we lose profitability. And I think that really helped us to build our volumes and confidence in the business for ourselves